Okay, so here we have Security Hall, which I'm very torn on because it's probably Rouge's best designed level, but it's also a frustrating, really annoying level. So I don't know how to feel about it, and it confuses me.
This time limit can get bent over a bathtub.
But the thing is, it's self-imposed by her. So she
Eggman
doesn't get it done in
said
5.
15
I know.
minutes.
She gets like, yeah, well, you know what? I need those extra 10 minutes. No
And
problem.
then
Like,
Eggman gets all pissy about you for like taking for being. It's just like Rouge,
No,
what are you doing? You said I could have had 15 minutes, you dick.
No, but you know what? I think Eggman is like punishing her. He's like, okay, you stubborn bitch. You want to make it 5 minutes? I'm gonna call you out on that.
Here's the thing. I understand Rouge giving herself less time to find the emeralds, because logically, you need time to get out once you've got them. But you're a Sonic character. You don't need more than 5 minutes, okay? Cloud fucking Strife got out of the reactor in less than 2, alright?
Honestly, how much
it's a different
trouble?
franchise, Lewis.
How much trouble you're gonna have with this level depends on whether or not you get unlucky enough to have any of the Chaos Emeralds be stuck in the safes that you can't open right away. Because if you've got to waste a whole minute to go and open up one of the, like right here, I can't get into that safe, so I got to go all the way up and open it. Not only are you gonna lose points on your emerald, because honestly, since this level's so small, it's usually not a problem to get them appearing on your radar at the very least. It's just whenever you have to go out of your way to open one of the safes, it's really stressful and annoying, and I don't like it.
You know what else is stressful and annoying? Getting stuck in enclosed spaces with those lasers all around you and not being able to avoid it when the camera swings around. Because when the camera swings around, it also screws up your control, and you get hit by the laser because you walked into it even though you thought you wouldn't.
Yeah, you can in the. I don't know if you can do this in the other stages, but in Knuckles and Rouge stages, you can manually move the camera with the L and R buttons. But don't do that because it's a terrible idea. So
Old school games that use L and R for moving the camera, they can get bent over a bathtub too. Especially when they show up on the PS2, which had a second analog stick anyway.
We got 2 things being bent over a bathroom right now. So
yeah,
let's keep
Lewis,
that
what
count
is your
going.
obsession with bending things over a bathroom? Bud?
Let me in the goddamn safe, you picky son of a bitch.
But she can't.
You know, okay, one thing, normally it's stupid to go like, where do the Chaos Emeralds go after each game? But because SA2 ties in directly with SA1, and they make a reference later on of saying that Station Square gives Tails one, how did Gun acquire 3 emeralds after SA1?
They're the military. They probably found them or something. It's really not that important.
To be fair, even though the Chaos Emeralds don't belong to anyone and Gun is clearly America, it makes sense they'd be like, you know, we're gonna take these. We're America. Get fucked, Europe.
You know, I always just, because of the quote-unquote good ending of Sonic 1, I always assumed that at the end of every game, the Chaos Emerald just pulled a Dragon Ball.
No, that's how they explain it in Sonic X, I think, is like they come up with like some sort of magnetic bullshit where they like scatter around all over the place after every time they get put together.
You know, I think like aside from Sonic 1, they've never explicitly stated that, but I think that's just generally what we're led to assume, is that after Sonic's done with them, they just scatter everywhere. So I guess Gun just found 3 of them on the floor. That was lucky.
Yeah, after like Sonic transformed, he just takes the emeralds and just throw them up in the air. Mazel tov, everybody. I'm gonna destroy perfect chaos.
I always like something like that. I always think it's weird like in Westopolis and Shadow, there happens to be 2 emeralds on the floor. Like, okay,
just there.
that's fine. That's fine. Nah, it makes perfect sense. I'm good with that. It's fine.
I probably would have just made more sense if Shadow started the game with 1 just to begin with, because you can use your Chaos powers before you find a Chaos Emerald in Shadow the Hedgehog. So.
Yeah, for some reason, I now associate the green emerald with Shadow.
Yeah, emeralds are green, so that's just the
That's
Chaos
not the full
Emerald.
one, no.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had
The
so
camera in
much
this
trouble
boss is terrible.
landing hits on this guy the first time I played, but eventually I actually got a feel for it and learned exactly when to stop gliding and just drop down. Because when you stop gliding, you're technically in a jump.
I usually try to do the drill dive on him.
Yeah, that's what I try and do.
But I'm having terrible aim because I haven't played this boss fight in forever.
Gun robot flying dog, or how Lewis learned to stop worrying and just drop down.
I think this is probably the best out of the 3 gun robot fights, honestly.
I disagree. I think the camera in this boss is atrocious.
Well, I like the fact that you can hit him whenever, I think is more the thing. Because you're clearly not intent, like, you know, you can bring back the bounce bracelet for the first fight with Sonic, but you're clearly not intended to hit him whenever, you're intended to hit him whenever he drops to do the missiles. So, I think that the fact that you can hit this boss whenever you get the chance to, like, land a hit on him makes him the most fun to play. Granted, the camera is annoying.
Terrible.
No, terrible would be if it was pointing at something completely irrelevant. But it's not good. I'll say that much. But I think that one's the most fun to play because it's the fastest paced.
Well, it's weird because like Sega have kind of a history of doing that. It's like the Egg Hornet in SA1. You can spam the shit out of the homing attack and kill that thing in like
Did you
4
see
seconds.
the end of that level? Someone turned up the bat jiggle to OMG.
Someone put their age as 99. No, I don't think that's accurate.
No, it's like at the end of that boss, for some reason, Rouge's ears just go crazy, and I don't understand why.
I think that might happen anytime you end a level, actually. I'm not sure, though.
I don't think I've seen her ears flap quite that badly in any of the other stages, but could be misremembering.
Aside from the terrible sound editing of shoot, troublemaker, I actually like that cutscene where he like looks one way, sees Maria, looks another way, sees Rouge.
The sound mixing of this game is so bad that Shadow interrupts himself.
Shoot, troublemaker.
On that note, there is one slightly fun little detail between the 2 stories that I liked, and it involves these jungle levels here. Just the sequence of Shadow's jungle level leading into the Shadow Sonic boss fight, whereas Sonic's is the jungle level directly after. So Shadow is on his way in, Sonic's on his way out.
What's weird though about that though, Lewis, that kind of creates a continuity error, because in this perspective, in the Darkseid story, after they fight, Shadow has a minute, like 25 seconds to get to Rouge, whereas from Sonic's perspective, he has like 10 minutes to get out of the jungle.
He has 8 minutes to get out
I
of the
think
forest.
the implication, I think, is supposed to be that you can... Okay, whatever, spiky robot. The implication is supposed to be that the both levels in the boss fight are all supposed to take place roughly at the same time. It's just for gameplay purposes. You know, you're doing one and then the boss fight, the level then the boss fight, or the boss fight then the level. I think if this were a movie, I think like we'd see a scene of Sonic running through the jungle, scene of Shadow running through the jungle, they'd meet in the middle, and then they'd fight, and then you'd see them both running away, or whatever. But
Sonic's jungle level was him escaping the jungle after the fight.
Yeah, true, but it's more just a gameplay thing where
I think part of it maybe then because it's from this perspective, it's a lot more cinematic. Of as soon as like the bomb's gonna go off, Shadow just like in a cutscene, he just like teleports to Rouge.
Yeah, where it's I don't want to say cinematic, but in Sonic's story, it's certainly tense. Where as soon as the boss fight ends, I gotta go find Tails and Amy right away. So yeah,
blows up.
Well, you know, I get the oddball sense that if they really wanted to pace this correctly, they would have also given Shadow a level after the boss fight, where he's playing through some reversed version of Metal Harbor as well. But Shadow only has how many levels?
4.
Four.
Every character. Okay, so Sonic and Shadow there's 10 speed levels, 9 mech levels, and 9 treasure levels, because Tails and Rouge have a cart, but Sonic has 6 levels and Shadow has 4. So
what was the point of the yoinky things just there at the end, where they knock you into one after another and you don't actually do anything?
Because they look cool.
Yeah,
every Sonic game does that. Okay.
Yeah. Every Sonic game has a cinematic gimmick to make it, you know.
It lasts for 10 seconds. Literally every Sonic game has a section like that. Okay, maybe not Sonic Labyrinth. Okay, or if you're gonna bring up like games,
it has an event me turning it off.
And again, I think as we talked about, you know, the sound mixing, so bad.
this scene is still like.
I'm making those words.
I that scene still, I love that scene. Okay, it's the boss fight's pretty lame, but I love that cutscene.
I can't remember if we brought it up on the hero side story, but that fan animation of this scene.
I think we did mention it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It is very very good.
Ted, no!
Ah!
I was like, as soon as I saw Sonic go on that rail, I was like, no, Ted, don't do it. It's like the camera will fuck with you. It'll put you in the bathroom and bend you over.
Shut up, Oma Chow. I know how to play this game.
Is it just me, or does the dark side version of this, is it a lot darker? I don't remember it being this dark in the hero side story.
I think it might just. I'm not sure. I'd have to like double check the footage. It might just be.
I think it's the same.
It might just be because Shadow takes up more of the screen. I don't know.
It might be. I think.
No, wait. I still won.
That's beautiful, Ted. That is beautiful.
Hey, he is the ultimate after all.
I would love it if Ted actually had to replay the fight. He just edited it to make it look good.
I would. It's just him clashing two Sonic figures together. It's like, I'll make you eat those words.
I love that zooming on his face blows up.
Did he literally write the words Eggman Bomb Bomb on his goddamn
Bomb?
Also, how powerful do these dynamite packs have to be that like one will be able to blow up an entire goddamn military island?
Something that I don't kind of buy from Rouge's character. I don't buy she would just sit there for 10 minutes and do fuck all.
Well, she was trapped in the room, I think is the thing. Like she was trapped in a room with the like I don't know how Shadow got in there.
56 bottles of beer.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. How the hell did Shadow get into that room?
He's doing my life for me. We can do it at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I much prefer Maria's model here. I'm not crazy about the overly anime like redesign she got for Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's her eyes.
Overly anime. That what you call it? Okay.
It's her eyes.
Johnny, come on, it's so kawaii.
You're way too nice. I call it an abomination.
Maria-chan. Kawaii.
It's like her face is 90% eye.
What is his animation here? It's like he's trying to fall asleep on his own shoulder.
Oh, I have no idea.
So fucking weird.
Oh man. So anyway, yeah, I always kind of got the idea that Rouge was supposed to be more like Shadow's, like sees Rouge more Maria in Rouge as opposed to Amy at the end of the game. So,
well, Shadow and Amy only had that one really, aside from when she mistakes him for Sonic, they only really have one real scene together, and it's in Lost Story.
Yeah, but
he spends a lot more time with Rouge over the course of the game.
Yeah, but Shadow clearly sees some Maria in Rouge because he goes back to rescue her. So
yeah, and the fact that he gets his.
Well, I don't think it's more a case of he goes back. As Shadow says, it's like it's more they need those emeralds.
Well,
I think it's more a case of he needs the emeralds.
The problem with that workaround, Ted, though, is that you would need to have a scene with Rouge saying that besides what she does for the government, she does care for the people of Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird.
I agree that Rouge telling Shadow that makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Well, also Rouge would have had to backtrack out of the Cannon's Core to go find Shadow.
Yes, true. But hey, Chaos Control.
Rouge can't do Chaos Control, John. What are you, some kind of Sonic scrub?
You're right. Rouge will at least need to see Shadow do it once. wait, which she does. So that's enough for Sonic. It's enough for Rouge.
Well, Sonic is also the main character, so.
Yeah,
what do one of those mini asteroids just crash into Earth and kill all life?
No, they'd burn up in the atmosphere.
I think. Well, it depends on the size of the meteor, I would say.
Well, if they exploded like that, they probably would only be like a couple of yards big, and so they'd probably like the moon fragments. You know, you got me there, but the moon blowing up's already a physics nightmare waiting to happen.
And now all the oceans in the world just go fucking insane.
Yeah. Look at all the perfect chaos.
Look at all those Eggman's perfect kills.
Now, I love this scene coming up where Eggman blows up the moon, and like you get Sonic's side where it's just like, oh my gosh, Eggman's so evil, and then Eggman's like, oh god damn it, my plan didn't work. Shit.
Again, it's such bullshit. Shadow goes, our plans fell on deaf. What?
No, I just like
are running these countries.
No, I just like Rouge's line reading here when she goes, something happened. she just kind of, where have you been? And this like here.
You're a really bad actor, Rouge.
I love this animation of Rouge putting her arms forward. It looks like she's dislocating both of her shoulders.
It's like you're just missing the cracking noises.
It's like a Lethal Weapon 2. She's gonna smack it into a fucking wall and get about. I'm gonna win $5.
Also, is it me or like you look at the newspaper here and the Chaos Emerald's about as big as Tails' head?
I love Eggman goes, why didn't you show me this before when she literally just walked in? It's like one of the first things she, aside from, how are you doing today? Then she's like, here's a newspaper. Okay, bye.
I hired you as my spy and paper girl. You got 2 jobs. Do one of them right.
What? Okay, this animation looks like he's trying to win a fucking rap battle. Look at the way Eggman's moving his arms.
There's a thing that really bugs me out. Eggman's animation, his facial animation, always bugged me for the longest time, and I couldn't figure it out what it was, and I finally figured it out years ago. The top of his head moves when he talks, and not his bottom jaw.
It's like, Rouge, you may want to wait more than 2 seconds before you start getting into walking. Yes, I am a secret agent. Please, I am working on finding out more information about Shadow. Excuse-moi, just me avec Shadow.